welcome to episode 7. We are back with 6 + 1, 7.
Or 5 + 2.
Oh, yeah, we get so excited about
we can keep going with that.
Or till infinity.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
Really, there are only so many matches.
You
You're like
say that until we get
5.5.
to point something. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
Then
true.
it
We
really
could do
is
fractions, and then it's
infinite.
all day
This
long.
would be a math
Like,
podcast.
there's
at
never
that
really
point.
a zero.
Numerator.
Okay. Numerators mount up.
Denominator.
So anyway, we are very
It
excited to be
doesn't
here.
exist.
Also, we have had hundreds of downloads by now, and we haven't really had a chance to thank you guys. So we want to come in and say thank you so much.
Gracias.
Gracias.
To our Portugal listeners, obrigada.
That was
You are-
too sexy for this podcast.
What should I say? Like, obrigada.
Yes.
Obrigada.
Very aggressive. I feel like
Super
I just
aggressive. That's more
attacked a
on brand.
listener in the ear. That was an aural, slap.
There's so much rolling.
Then to
Ooh.
our, we have actually a lot of downloads from Japan. So
We do.
thank
So we have
you.
new downloads from Japan, from Taiwan, from Ireland.
Thank you,
Thank
Ireland.
you.
And
Poland.
Poland.
Poland. Where else? We've had some very just around the world listeners, and we're
Who
so
are
excited.
you?
And thank
Where
you.
are you? We already know that,
When are
actually.
you?
Go on for me.
Well, we're grateful. So thank you from everybody around the world listening to us. We're so excited. We're surprised. At least I was extremely surprised that we've had hundreds of downloads already. Like, that's incredible to me.
It's really exciting.
Yeah. This
People
is-
are actually listening to
Yeah.
us.
This
With
started as like it's a fun
Not as
project.
crazy of a word of mouth push that we could have done.
Also true. Like, it's organic.
Yeah, a lot of my friends don't know this happens.
It's true.
But when they do.
I'm mildly ashamed.
I'm not ashamed at all. Though I do tell Patricia at work, like, I don't know if we should tell everyone at work.
Ashley's like, don't tell people at work. And I'm like, everybody, guess what? We have a podcast.
She actually brings out her personal soapbox and is like, everyone, gather around.
Before every presentation, the first slide is just this podcast download.
You know how people give presentations and they like accidentally flash their background picture and it's like of their family and
Oh,
so,
oh, whoops.
oh, whoops, here's my
Oh, no.
family, my cute child.
Oh, no.
Mine's like, oh, whoops, there's my cute podcast.
Oh.
And it's all of us.
And
just
it's
hugging
none
the
of
logo.
us. It's just her dog.
Accurate.
Yes. I mean, that is my true,
And
true love.
acceptable.
Although we're at Stephanie's place today and her dog is giving me some love right now. and I love it.
Brigadier.
Brig.
He's real cute.
Briggs. So cute.
So cute.
Though
So-
I do wonder if people have been wanting to see our faces. I feel like that might be a thing.
Ashley just wants to get her face out there.
That
We can
zero
do a headshot.
truth.
I
Zero
refuse to
truth.
do a good photo shoot though. Like it needs to be really random pictures of me when I'm not expecting it. Like I need to be awkward guy face through and through. Like when you have the really nice picture of people and you have that one weirdo in the back that
Yes.
making the face.
Yes.
I want that in the forefront.
Or do we just do like you're like in the bathroom and we Kool-Aid man the door open and we're like picture time.
yeah.
Picture time.
Yes. Acceptable.
Or we could just like stay outside in the rain one day and take pictures of ourselves afterwards.
Kiss the rain.
I feel like I need a stereo, to hold. But
Yeah.
there's like no one outside. It's
Yeah,
just the
Kiss
three of us.
Rain,
and-
is that the John Cusack
Oh, I love John
situation?
Cusack. Yes,
Where he's
of
playing
course.
Peter Gabriel.
I just envisioned the three of us out in the rain with the stereo, and then people inside are like, "Who the fuck are those three people?"
Who is this for? We don't know.
Because we all have stereos.
Exactly. There's like one guy who's like, "I've been watching them. Who are they? Why are they there?"
And they won't make eye contact, so I know it's not me.
But they're three different songs.
Why can they all be Peter Gabriel, but different Peter Gabriel
yes.
songs? One's like studio. It's just like it's just out of control.
Can they
Makes
all
no
just
sense.
be like dissonance of throat singing or throat singing plus Enya plus something else?
But if you do that, I feel like all of it will come together to be this like gorgeous harmony, and
So
like
then
that's not what we're trying to achieve here.
So we have created a new category of music.
oh,
We need a
shit.
category.
You're welcome, music world.
Category creation.
Category creation. So anyway, back to the point. We're just so grateful you guys are listening. So thank you. Thank you for telling your friends. It's really meant a lot to us to see like it spread. And it's not just like if one country listens, we see more than enough downloads for one person to be there. So obviously you're telling your friends about it, and we're grateful. So please continue that.
Also, we get nothing out of this but just sheer enjoyment.
Yeah.
So actually, thank you.
We love stats. Please download for fun.
And like super thanks to other podcasts who mentioned us. Like
Yeah.
people are just good
goodness.
people. It's a reminder that people are actually just nice, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
lots of shout outs there because we've had a lot of people reach out on Instagram. Stephanie loves that. She loves it when it's truncated.
And it's not the.
I'm sorry.
You didn't
Not
truncate.
truncated.
I know I was going to, but
Oh.
then I looked at you,
And then you knew the
recognized
disappointment
it.
in my face just
I saw you
doing
lift
it.
the back of your hand, and I was like, I will say the whole word.
I don't love when words are just truncated like that, when it could just be said fully and it required no extra time, no extra effort, and no extra explanation.
I love shortening words. We're going to figure this out.
So,
Oh,
Steph,
shit.
will you go to get some sushi with me?
cut you.
I've never seen Stephanie so upset.
The laugh is fake.
But the knife isn't.
It's slowly digging into your stomach.
What? It went from threat to actualized. You twisted
I
it.
twisted it.
Why
Full
did you do-
twist.
She literally
Because it
motioned
needed
to
to
me
be
right now.
effective.
She motioned to me right now,
Anyway,
like she's
anyway.
stabbing me.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. My role is to keep us on track, I guess. I'm the teacher with the ruler now. Stephanie is the
But we like it?
the word long word person with the knife, and Ashley is
The
The
twisted knife.
stabby.
the cookie monster.
The Portuguese cookie monster.
Oh my goodness. All right. So, just one thing we have to ask you guys, one favor we want to ask of you is if you are enjoying this, and we appreciate the downloads, but if you do get a chance, please go to Apple Podcasts and give us a 5-star review. It means a lot. It helps us out more than you would ever know. And you don't have to write a lot of nice words, but if you feel so inclined, go for it.
You say whatever the fuck you want. You just put that 5-star and just be like, Subway. And that would
Subway.
still work.
If somebody gives us a review that just says Subway,
I would
Then
respect
we
that.
know
I'm so happy.
it worked. That was completely redeemable.
I feel like I should write a response to be like foot long. Like, what does that mean?
6
I
inch.
like the
6 inch.
Short and stubby.
Oh no.
I guess 6 inches is not that short for sandwiches. Anyway, anyway, let's dive into our first question. Question 1.
Let's
Is that
do
me?
it.
That's
I'm the
you,
first
Stephanie,
question.
first.
What did I ask?
Question
Question
one.
the first.
Question the first.
Okay, so I'm really big on The Voice and American Idol and all those things. I am not a great singer. I always wish I was. In my own head, in my own fantasies, I'm an incredible singer.
Fantasies.
So my question is, if you could be on one of those shows, what would your audition song be? The song that would get the chairs to turn around, the song that would get the American Idol people to not hit that buzzer to be like, oh, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Like, what would that song be?
I think I'd want to go something traditional that could like showcase my voice, because if I had control and I had like just a great like vibrato,
You don't
I
want to
would-
risk it?
well, no, I'd want to do like Somewhere Over the Rainbow, like Ariana Grande style, and just like rock it and let it just belt out.
All right.
I think that'd be mine, and I think because it's traditional, people would be like, you know, when people get a little bit of a chill when they're watching things, and they're like, oh, I know this song, but also look at that face for radio. But
Body for porn.
She can
Oh,
sure
man.
sing.
Steph.
I will always follow up with that.
So I think that's what I would do.
All right,
What would you guys do?
I mean, I have my answer.
Well,
but
that
I
or
want- I
rap.
want
I'd do
yours.
some straight up rap.
Yeah.
Sing some shoe.
Interesting.
I would definitely do some rap. I feel like the vocal performance is equally as important as the actual singing. I can't remember the song, but
my
I
God.
know the first few words.
I mean, go for it.
are you ready? Can
I've
you
never
guess
been
it?
more ready in my
Okay,
life.
get ready. Listen
You're
in.
singing every episode. Let's do this.
I don't know the song. I don't get it.
I don't know what this is. What is this? Is this the first
What is
verse,
this
second
song?
verse?
It's the fifth verse. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
You know what I can't control myself. So,
That's all we can
What a song.
is. We need a little.
Give that girl a ticket to Hollywood.
You're going straight through. Like, what is golden buzzer? What the fuck was that? What was that?
What song was this? Keep going. I think We've
on,
lost
she's
Ashley
crying
for a
when
bit.
she has to collect herself.
So is that the first verse?
I was ready, but there's so much guttural sounds before you get to the song that I
And
couldn't
tears that
even.
need to be wiped away.
Okay. We'll try again. Sucky.
Oh, sucky, Cagney and Lacey.
It's like a Motown song from. Oh my god. Okay, someone else go first. I need time
I think
to.
I know that song.
You know what it is.
I think I know what that song is. Oh
I
my
can't,
god.
I can't get past the.
Can you help us sing it
You
then?
suck it. No, but we also don't have licensing to play it, so I can't get to my phone to do it. But I'm certain I have that song on my playlist.
Yeah,
So
or
if
you know
anybody
what?
out there on this podcast can determine what song this is.
You win a prize.
The first one that tells it to us in our 5-star review from you on iTunes, we will send you a $5 gift card to Subway.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's fair.
But
That's
I
fair.
will say, I do like the fact that you went Motown.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
I mean, Motown is exceptional because that's
yeah.
the thing with this whole like TV show and this genre that people kind of fuck up, and they're just like, I'm gonna sing the newest song and not do it greatly. But like, if you chose a really risky song from back in the day and do it like all right, you're already having a leg up over
Yeah.
somebody.
Though I would say I love all the like Motown songs where it's all like guttural sounds in the beginning. So that's like my whole
Sucky,
audition.
sucky.
You know
I
what
do,
song
I
I'm
do,
talking
I
about.
do. It'll come to me in the middle of the next question.
The other option is that you could be like, hey, I want to be totally different.
Yeah.
And do like this opera song that's translated, I think, from German, and it's called The Elf King, and it's like so creepy because it's this elf king chasing someone, and it's like,
I would choose a risky song as well, not Motown, not one I can fully sing, not that I'm gonna sing right now, but I feel like if I had a voice, if I could
sucky,
make
sucky.
it oh sucky.
it's Suki Suki. It's
Oh,
not
my bad.
Sucky Sucky. Let's be super clear, okay?
Let's be super clear.
Let's
Noted.
be super clear.
Are you
And now I
imitating me,
lost all
imitating
my
you,
teeth,
imitating
okay?
Oh my god. So I would go grunge, which I know is not everybody's
Ooh,
style.
solid choice.
But if I could do it, I would go for Alice in Chains. I would go
Oh.
for Man in a Box.
That's, yes.
Because I feel like when you get to that high point of after the like that whole situation and you just start belting it out, like everybody's chair is going to turn because you went for it. You're going to get kicked out after the next round, but you got through round 1 and that's all that matters.
That's true.
Fair.
That's true.
TV, baby.
That's true. Baby.
Baby. Show
And-
business.
Show business.
I don't know.
Show business. I went through the first round of The Voice. Show business.
Show business.
Put me in your movies. So, second question I have follow up with this though. Do you think anybody's ever made it through by rapping?
Yeah, I feel like I've seen a rapper to get through, but it's because they've also showcased some sort of voice beyond that.
Okay.
It's kind of
Very
like
nice.
a T-Pain situation where T-Pain is an incredible rapper, but also a really incredible singer.
Yeah.
And when that all of a sudden shows up, you're like, oh, you now have an extra leg up over every single person here because you can do this
That's true.
and that.
Do you know, have you guys seen the movie? I think it's on Netflix called Always Be My Maybe.
Yes.
Of course.
Of
Come
course.
on.
Come on, I'll
Okay.
watch all the
Ali
rom-coms. I'm
Keanu
basic.
Reeves.
What's the name of the guy in that played her love interest?
Oh, Randall
Park?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
Randall Park. I think that's him. Yeah. I think he is 100% attractive. However,
I knew it.
100%.
I
You
knew.
knew
No,
it?
I knew you
100%.
would.
I've been watching Fresh Off the Boat since like
Yes.
yeah,
And he's
it
the
is-
cutest
oh
dad
my
wearing a Western
God.
shirt ever.
Oh, yes, yes.
I love him.
100%.
High five to that.
Oh, 100%.
High five to that.
Oh,
He's,
yeah.
he's actually really funny.
Oh,
He's
and
but-
super good looking, which makes him
Yes.
the other way around. He's extra funny, which makes him extra good looking.
He's like a DILF.
That's true.
yes.
I agree with that.
Okay,
order.
so to connect these two things together, in the movie Always Be My Maybe, he has like a rap band that he sings in. It's like singing rap.
Yes.
Yes. And that rap is the kind of rapper that I want to be.
Like sort of spoken word.
Spoken word, like just tongue-in-cheek, very sarcastic rapping. And after I watched the movie, I was like, I could do that. That's my style.
No pressure, but I think during our holiday episodes, you should maybe do one. I will help you write. I will 100% write the lyrics if you want help with it.
Deal.
Okay, it's done. So you got to wait until our holiday episode.
No, it's now not only verbally sealed, but somehow kind of written in stone with technology. This is happening.
So I gotta tell you, when I was in college and I played soccer, there's this girl on my team. So when we do like bus trips, she apparently did like an a cappella group where she beatboxed before. So she would beatbox and I'd like freestyle rap with her. We thought we were so good, but we were also a bunch of white girls on that bus together, which definitely tells you something else.
That you were really good.
We were spitting fire.
You were in Nebraska.
We were in
Kansas, Missouri?
We were in Kansas City, yeah.
Missouri.
But people in the bus would be like clapping for us and stuff. But, we probably were really bad, regardless.
Hey, you know what? It's about the effort. Even if someone was bad, but they put all heart in it, kudos to them.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
100%.
I also want to get to the point where Randall Park would rap with me.
Randall Park. Are you out there?
Are you listening?
Oh my god, I feel like I should have a follow-up of if you were on The Voice and you got chosen, who would you choose?
Randall Park.
Well, no, Randall Park isn't normally one of the things.
He would be that.
Like Adam Levine, who's like retired, Blake Shelton,
definitely
Gwen Stefani, and or Christina Aguilera, and then John Lennon and or Usher.
John Lennon?
Usher. Yeah, like who would...
I think I've always had an odd crush I never want to say out loud, but I will right now for everybody listening, on Adam Levine.
Really?
Adam Levine is hot as fuck.
Yes.
That is
so nice.
Legit, but I feel like you need to be a little bit more... Yes.
Tattoos
you need to be a little bit more strategic with that because, yes, Adam Levine has like his own producing company, but you don't really hear anybody who's come out of that. Where like Blake Shelton, every person who's won has headlined for him.
True.
In his concert.
I'm not a country fan.
I don't know if I want to co-brand with him.
It doesn't matter. You're going for the fan base.
True.
And for the listens and the download. Oh, we know all this shit. Like, you go for the one that's going to make you biggest soonest.
And I really love Gwen Stefani, though. I would just like learn from her.
By proxy, I mean, they're a couple. It's a two-for situation.
Oh, you get Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton while they're still together. I hope this doesn't ever end.
Though I would actually choose Kelly Clarkson. Or Christina Aguilera.
Kelly Clarkson is a marketing genius.
She's amazing.
She's everywhere. Incredible. Now she has a talk show and I want to watch it.
She's amazing.
You can watch it.
I can watch it. This is accessible to me.
The dream can come true.
The dreams can come true.
Kelly Clarkson.
Life fulfillment complete.
Oh my god. I didn't know it'd be so easy.
What else is there to do now? Nothing.
I don't know.
But disintegrate.
Disintegrate or just figure out whatever Motown song you were just trying to sing.
You know what? It is killing me right now. You know exactly what song. I know you know. And it repeats the same. You know,
it's just that over and over again.
For like 6 bars, and then it gets into the song.
What if you're on American Idol and you only made it to those 6 bars? You're just making that noise for 6 bars.
I need the first couple of words be on those 6 bars to get it. Because right now I've got like, is it the OJs? Is it the Supremes? Is it this? Like, I've got a bunch of things going through my head, and
I got it.
Is it the OJs?
No.
Damn it.
King Floyd, Groove Me.
I don't think I know that song. Everyone will listen to it on your own because we don't have licensing to play it.
We can't play it. We don't have licensing.
I wanted to play it right now just to corroborate.
I think you can play up until 19 seconds. Is it 20 seconds or 30 seconds?
I thought it was 6 seconds.
Should I play
6
it?
seconds?
No, I don't want to get in trouble.
We'll listen to it afterwards. Everybody listen to it after the pod.
I think it's that one.
We'll find out when we listen to it.
And if not, we'll just correct ourselves.
Sucky.
Retraction.
I actually have to give a retraction for... Or wait.
What?
Retraction
I thought I was the only one to give retraction.
Is this from the last episode?
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, I said Siri was originally like a man's voice in some other countries. It's actually BMW who had to.
So wait, we said in the last episode that Siri was not appreciated in Germany.
Yeah,
because
men didn't want to hear women telling them what to do. But it was actually a BMW car series that had defaulted to a woman's voice, and then they like basically pulled back and made it a man's voice. So sorry, still messed up. Different company.
Sorry.
Different company than country.
Thanks, BMW, but really, you have good cars.
It's
We would be open to a sponsorship.
My family is really big on your cars. I'm not even kidding about that. Both my brother and my brother-in-law have BMWs.
What would
Both of
Gene
them.
Memory say about that?
I think they would say, stick it to the man.
Get in the system to break the system.
Here's the thing, though.
In there.
I don't even know if I'd want a free car right now if I could get one.
Oh, I didn't want a free car.
Oh,
I was just
okay.
saying helping to sponsor. I think they're
I
a really
just-
well-made car.
Yeah,
free-
they're a great
yeah.
car.
Feel free to
I
sponsor
just-
BMW.
I just want to know it's an option for later.
True. Just know, like, so we live in San Francisco, and if you wanted to park a car here, it's like $500 a month to get a parking spot where I live.
Maybe even more.
We're gonna
Yeah.
farm it up later, and
Farm
we'll
it
need cars.
Yeah, I'll be like, Stephanie, push me in that wheelbarrow. I need to get to the next town in
run
10
right over.
Do I have
miles.
to drive my
My tractor.
BMW to your wheelbarrow, put you in the wheelbarrow, push you to your BMW,
You push-
and then we both tandem BMW down wherever we're going?
Or you put me on the hatch, like you connect my wheelbarrow to the back instead of letting me even sitting in the car. I'm like, Stephanie, why do I have to ride in my wheelbarrow? There are extra
no.
seats.
Get ready, bitch!
She's like, you
Let's
like
go.
brakes?
Brr,
Try
brr.
this.
This is the second wheelbarrow story I've heard from you today.
Oh yeah. The other wheelbarrow story had to do with a guy and a sword and a sheath.
Yeah.
Have I told you about that?
So many questions.
So I'll make this quick.
Yeah.
Basically, there was this guy, a man in Florida. Love this
That's
story.
how every good story starts.
So basically, my brother was telling me this. There was this runner who saw this pile of free stuff, and he saw a wheelbarrow, and so he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take this wheelbarrow. It's in the free trash pile." Well, another guy comes up to him and is like, "Hey, man, can I have that wheelbarrow?" And he's like, "No, I like first come first serve from the trash.
A wheelbarrow.
It's like from the
Come, first
trash."
serve.
Yeah,
From
a
the trash.
wheelbarrow.
So
I'm gonna
the-
put that sign on my trash can.
Well, and so this guy's like, this runner is like pushing his wheelbarrow, and then he sees the guy following him and starting to run after him. The guy takes out his sword from his sheath and is like, "Give me the wheelbarrow." Who does that?
Also, what is your appropriate response? Do you then duel? Do you then pull your sword out of your sheath?
If you don't have a
That
sword
you've
like
had
most
ready?
human
Actually,
beings.
you start galloping with that. What is that thing when they?
And you just start galloping.
Wait, can you do that sound again?
It will never happen again. I can't do things
So
twice
you
in
like
a row.
jousting.
Yeah,
pull.
yeah. You basically have, if this guy's gonna
I
have a
just
sword.
imagine like Monty Python's with the coconuts, like
Yes.
Yes. That's what Stephanie is called. Stephanie, please bring your coconut shells.
It's like we are.
I already have the bone.
She's like, we are dueling this evening. Bring the coconut shells.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways,
Anyway,
Tell the truth.
That was a good question, Stephanie.
Oh, thanks.
I still think I'd stick to the Ariana Grande version of Rainbow, or somewhere over the rainbow.
But then it's only relying on your voice. I'm just saying that.
But the question was if you could sing. I'm like, well, if I
if you
could sing.
could sing, yes.
I would
yes,
just
fair,
belt it
fair
out.
enough.
Yeah.
And now should we sing
My
this second,
King-
second
King-
song?
yeah, King Floyd, Groove Me.
All right, I'm sticking with
yours?
my Alice in Chains, Man in a
Alright.
Box, or Rooster.
Rooster. All right.
They're both incredible songs where you don't see it happening and then it's
Perfect. All right.
just like that.
Just like that. Okay. So now we're ready for question 2.
Question 2.
Dose.
So we're eventually going to have like intro sounds for these questions, but in the meantime, I hope you enjoy our
Interpretations of what sounds should be.
Or if you would like us to play instruments, let us know.
say no to that, please.
I can learn.
So question 2 is my question. It's a question I don't want us to take too seriously, but just think about and have fun with. So the question is, which skilled jobs could you successfully fake for 3 days? Which skilled jobs could you successfully fake for 3 days?
CEO.
Done.
I feel like
Are you not already?
I've been CEO of several companies. They just haven't caught on yet. I mean, come on. Do you think you can't go into several meetings, just be like, tell me more, present me the stats, but not really actually give an actual concrete answer and just do that for 3 days?
That's
I
true.
feel like that's every job I've ever been at.
So the question was, which skilled job?
Well, how are you
I
defining?
answered correctly.
Well, so are we saying that being a CEO, you don't it is not a skilled
I
job.
think
I
that
said what
some-
I said.
I think some CEOs definitely are skilled and have worked
True.
their way to that position, or have created a company from their own hands and deserve to be that position. There are some CEOs that I feel like somehow work their way up in ways that you can probably all think about,
Mhm.
and in one way or another, and are there now.
If there's a CEO that worked their way up through the engineering path, no, I could not fake that. I
Mhm.
could never fake that. I could never be an engineer
Right.
because they are incredible. They know a language I could never even comprehend.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you're just some sales bullshit person, which is the majority of a lot of CEOs,
It's a charismatic person
that
usually
I
gets
think
it.
I could do. I could literally take a shot before any meeting and pretend like I know what I'm talking about when I don't, and people just go with it because I'm charismatic enough
Yes.
to make it
Fair.
work for
Yeah, that's
3
true.
days.
Can I take a time out and tell you
Easily.
guys something weird?
Yes.
So Ashley and I Ubered over here today to Stephanie's place to record.
I'm kind of far.
We took a step
Sorry.
and we got into the car. First thing I noticed was the smell of alcohol in the car.
Oh, I smelled weed.
Oh, you smelled weed?
Yeah, I
Oh,
definitely
no.
smelled weed.
Oh, when it's weed, alcohol, or cigarettes, I'm immediately going to 4 stars.
And then the guy is like, hey. And I was like, oh, Cheech and Chong kind of guy.
No.
He
It
was
definitely
definitely-
smelled like weed in the car.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
no.
then we were like, let's buckle up and make sure we're in here safe. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's true.
no.
I was kind of
I'm
scared.
sorry.
At what point do you like report that though? He got us here safely.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
At
he'll
the
get
end.
someone else. Yeah, after. Well,
Also, do you like what if it wasn't him though? What if it was like the people who were in his car before us?
then actually that has happened before, and someone has told me like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'm so sorry. Someone in my car had just smoked
Fair.
weed. I'm gonna
Correct.
open up the windows.
Yeah,
I'm
they
really
would have
sorry."
told you because I'm not gonna lie. There has been a time years ago where I was granted a smoke in the car, and so I had smoked a cigarette, and he was cool with it. But I know after me, he had said like, "Okay, the person before you smoked a cigarette. I'm so sorry. It was all her fault." I'm
One
like,
star.
Oh, no, no,
One
no.
star.
And that's why
rating.
Stephanie's
One
Uber
star.
rating is 1.2.
I have a
Do you
friend.
want me to bust out my phone?
No, no, no.
Because it's
I
probably
have
not
a
that great
friend
right
who
now.
had to get a new phone number because her account on Uber was so tainted because of her low score. People wouldn't pick her up anymore.
Why did she throw up in the car or hit someone?
She did some just bad things. I don't know if I want to share the stories quite yet, but I got some stories for you sometime later in the
Oh,
podcast.
All right,
Cliffhanger.
we're gonna have an Uber's tell-all
We
episode.
should.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I've got plenty.
Because
of
I have a good rating and I've
stories.
always worked really hard for it.
You work really hard. What does work really hard for it mean?
I work really hard for the Uber drivers
Actually, I
to
don't
not
wanna
know
know.
exactly where I lift when they keep hitting on me and it's uncomfortable.
That is very
Ooh.
uncomfortable. I don't like that.
so uncomfortable.
Though
Don't
you
hit
know
on
what?
me.
Though I,
I was-
will say, oh sorry, go ahead.
No.
I will say that. So I was a couple of years ago. I was in New York for my great aunt's funeral. We were very close to that family. It was sort of a shitty day, and this taxi driver picks me up, and he's like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "California." And he's like, "What are you?" And I was like,
A
American?
lizard?
Human?
"Yeah,
I'm a lizard
Homo
person."
sapien, but part horse."
I'm a female? Human?
He's like, you couldn't tell the end of my horse legs.
I'm a centaur?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yes.
And then he's like, I was like, I always love this when people ask me. I'm like, what? Why don't you tell me? And he's like, Korean because of your eyes. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. It's a little, but I mean, he meant well. He had just moved to the
He
States.
didn't mean well if he's asking those
I
shit
mean-
questions.
Okay. Well, so then I was in a crappy mood that day just because of all the life stuff. And then he started asking me many other like personal questions, basically trying to like suss me out. And I was like, yeah, so my husband, even though I like wasn't married, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, oh, he is a very lucky man. Do you have friends? And I was like, no, I don't.
It's just me and the hubs.
Yeah, just me.
Husband.
The Hubbers. Do you get
I
it?
don't like truncated words.
What if I just take the word and instead of husband, I say Hubbers? Is that okay?
I'm just gonna give you shit. I'm gonna straight up just leave.
But
She's
it's
gonna
the
give you
same
shit.
number of syllables.
Then why'd you say the correct
Because
word?
it's a term of endearment for her.
How is that a term of endearment to make the word shitty?
Okay, how about this? How do you feel about this truncated word? Ugh! Sucky, sucky.
Oh, sucky,
Oh.
come on. I'm assuming that's the next word.
Yeah.
I'm correct.
Oh, I don't
Throughout
know.
this
I
episode,
couldn't
we're
hear
going to
you.
each get one more lyric line deeper.
Meanwhile,
But
it's,
not enough to have to pay for it.
but meanwhile, it's just like still guttural sounds.
You got this.
So anyway, sorry, back to our
Yes.
original question. What skilled job could you successfully pull off for 3 days?
I'm holding ground.
What other ones are there?
CEO, bitches,
What else
especially
is
in
there?
Silicon Valley.
But what else is there? So CEO, yes, I could definitely do.
I mean, how are you defining skilled job? What does
skilled
that
is,
mean?
like, You can't just replace it with someone on the street.
I feel like I've watched enough terrible TV shows to think I could potentially be a lawyer.
Okay.
I object.
Oh no! I don't know what to do from here.
You made it 10 seconds.
That's
I
a
can't last
record.
3 days. All right, I retract.
I feel like Stephanie, you've hit all these like accolades of like getting married off to some stranger in LA in 10 minutes.
lived a
You've
life.
been a lawyer for 10
This podcast has
seconds.
done so much for you.
I
I
mean,
have lived.
you've
Yes.
completed your goals of life and watching a Kelly Clarkson show.
completed goals and have them all like crumble away from me at the same time.
Oh man. You know, I'd say going to your question, I think I could probably be a sous chef for a few days and fake it.
You are like a chef
Yes,
kind of
but
person.
I would go for like very specific, like a butcher, because you've taken those courses.
Yeah,
and
you've
you
taken
know
butcher
what to
courses?
do.
Yeah, I butchered a whole hog before. Actually,
I have zero comment as a Jew. I have to say it at least once, right?
Well, and it was funny because there are a few lady butchers there, and they're like, I had the mallet and the knife, and I'm just like going at this pig, and they're like, you have a talent of blunt force, which, and I was like, yes, I do, ladies. Get it, get it, get it.
You have a blunt force.
Oh,
Butcher
suck
talent.
But that's my new tagline.
I mean, or anybody who's ever watched, gosh, shit, what was that movie? Sweetest Thing.
Oh, yes.
That's what they say often.
That's
true.
what they have. That's in the movie. They have like the
Christina
duck.
Applegate, Cameron Diaz,
It's like
Selma
the
Blair.
foil duck.
Yes.
Okay, I remember
Yes,
that movie now.
and they're like, yeah, they get all sorts of shenanigans.
Yep, I
It's the
remember
only
that now.
movie that's ever made me nostalgic for San Francisco.
That was in
Oh.
San Francisco.
Yes! Are you kidding me? They
Listen,
were literally
I
on
didn't
Clay
live-
Street. They went to a restaurant in Chinatown.
I lived in
and they
Kansas
said,
City at the
"Oh,
time."
suke, and somehow wasn't super racist.
Can I admit something to you that I hope you don't hold against me ever?
I'm holding it
I
now.
did not really know where San Francisco was in California until I moved here.
I mean, did you look at a map before you moved?
No,
Are you kidding me?
I arrived here and I was like, "Is this near the water?" And
Do you
it's-
just like spin a globe and just like
She's like,
stick your finger
oh,
in it?
Then I got a
she's
job
like,
here.
Iran, Afghanistan, California.
Listen, no,
Francisco.
I can point out every
Ah.
single state on the map with ease, but I have never really considered like where San Francisco was.
I've watched the Frisco Kids since I was a child.
But it's just
And
'cause
it's
I grew up
incredible.
in the Midwest though. Like I can tell you where all the big cities are in the Midwest, but I can't tell you where
Sure.
San Francisco is until I moved here. But now I'm here. So watching The Sweetest Thing when I lived in like Kansas City meant nothing to me other than it was a movie. I
But
was like,
now
probably
we should
LA.
we should watch it now.
I think I might.
we
now.
should, as the three of us, we need to watch it right
I'm down.
now because it holds up.
All right,
and it's-
pause the
I
podcast.
have it
We
on
will-
DVD.
Let's go watch it right now. And we're back. What a great movie!
I mean, no, I literally have it on DVD. It's so good.
You have
It is
DVDs?
good.
Yes, I only have so
Why
many
do you
DVDs
judge
saved
her for that?
in case.
You have DVDs?
Yes. How
Yeah,
many
but I don't
times?
use them
Okay,
anymore.
I get that you're in the Midwest. We're in California where power goes out because of heat and bullshit situations, and you just need to have something. If you have enough battery life on your computer and you put in a DVD, what is it going to be?
But I don't have a computer with a drive anymore, though.
Neither do I. But I will. And the two I always go to is Caddyshack and The Sweetest Thing.
I've never seen Caddyshack.
Oh my god.
I haven't either.
Oh my. Okay. Oh.
Should we do a movie review session?
Oh, you
Something's
don't
losing
understand.
it.
I've been wanting to do this forever. Come on, I've wanted an entire segment on IMDb movie reviews. That is my shit. I do nothing outside of watch TV and movies.
Okay, we'll have to do that then.
Okay.
What if we watch it and Patricia's like, yeah, Caddyshack sort of sucks?
I will kick you out of my house. Also, Chevy
Meanwhile-
Chase was a dish when he was
A
younger.
dish.
A dish.
A
What type of
dish.
dish?
I love looking at like people who are in Hollywood now, and we see them as older, but then I love seeing them like when they're younger, and I'm like, they have the looks that
Like
I just missed.
Like who?
Like Richard Gere, I think was cuter when he was younger. Who else?
Are you
is
talking
there?
about the what's it, Julia Roberts hooker movie?
I think he was attractive
Pretty
in
Woman.
that.
I
Also,
hated her
like,
in it.
not her.
The whole movie. I think it's because I watched so much Julia Roberts before that when I watched it, I
What's
was
your
really
favorite Julia Roberts
disappointed.
movie?
Oh.
Notting Hill.
Notting Hill.
Notting Hill.
Notting Hill. Notting Hill got
Oh.
me
Come
my.
to the night.
that
also
movie-
America's Sweethearts, which I also have on DVD.
But no
Great.
DVD player.
And it wasn't taking.
I
place in
have
San Francisco.
several things behind me, a Wii and a PlayStation that will all play it.
The
So can I
original
talk
Wii?
about a rom-com that we have not discussed, but is sort of under the wire? Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow.
I've never seen that.
Fantastic!
Amazing
Yes,
rom-com.
yes.
And the guy that she
100%.
ends up falling in love with, the guy with the thick brows who's like Scottish.
Peter-
He's so cute.
Oh, not Peter Gallagher.
No.
God, I'm gonna have to look that one up.
You
Oh
know,
my God.
you know.
So anyway, back to the
What-
question
what-
before we get too
what
far
was the
off.
question?
What's
question
your
was-
skilled job?
What skilled
right.
jobs can you pull off for 3
Right.
days? I have a hard time with this one because I feel like I could be a good job at faking it because I've been good at faking it my whole life. Just kidding. But
Hear that, men?
let me see.
They need to know.
I
We're
think-
talking to you.
I think there are enough jobs though, like where you just have like 3 days where you're not good at them that you probably people just be like, "What's up, dude?" instead of like
The
you're
beginning
fired.
of every job you've ever had.
Yeah.
The first week is
Yeah,
just
but
chaos.
you pretty much like it'd be you taking over a position that someone has been at for a while. So I don't know that I'd be good at any really skilled position.
All right,
I could do
fuck
CEO.
up.
I could do
Are
Get
CEO.
the fuck out of my house.
I could do CEO.
What? Who do you? Yeah, thank you, CEO. Thank you.
I could do that. but
Don't
I-
ever tell me, oh, I can't do this. Like, no, fuck
No, I'm
you.
just saying like when I think of skilled
My
positions, I
favorite
think of,
moment right now was, "Are you shut the fuck up?"
I sure am.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
sure
not
am.
okay with people being like, I can't be CEO. Like anybody
No.
can be CEO.
No,
for
I understand
3
that.
days.
But when I
That's
think
true.
of skilled positions, I think of like doctor or like a dentist or something like that.
I'm not talking about like you're
What about a
okay.
mortician?
Granted, you asked the question,
sick.
but like, okay, there's certain things with mortician that actually has a lot. Do you know the embalming situation? There's
I
a
don't
lot that
know.
goes into it.
I
I
would
don't.
love to.
I would not
love-
try to fake that
But
shit.
here's the thing. I guess you could mess up pretty badly.
Yeah,
with
same
that.
with doctor. If you're like a surgery,
You're
whatever,
like cutting people's
that's-
arms off on
That's why I
accident.
say CEO of some shit tech company.
So, okay,
Oh,
but
sorry.
here's something funny. What if you were just like thrown into someone else's body for 3 days and you become a dentist?
Wait, so now
I
we're
can
going
never be
in.
touched just by handshake.
No. But you go into someone else's body. So
Do I not absorb?
No,
Their
you
feet-
absorb their
do-
skills.
So I absorb their skills, and I'm not gonna give
You don't
my own
absorb
in
their
there, which
knowledge,
is just
though.
shaking
You don't absorb their
shit.
knowledge. So if you like, say you became a dentist, you would lose like the shakiness in your hands, right? So you, what would like? So say you just became a dentist, like you popped into their body and you're
Okay.
just walking into an appointment room.
All right.
So what would you do?
You put on the mask. You says, "Let's do this."
You
How are
get-
you feeling? And then you talk like you normally would, because that's what every fucking dentist
You're
does.
just like tapping
when
their
you
teeth.
can't. Yeah, you never like. They always ask you questions that you can answer, but you can't answer because they have tools in your mouth. I feel like that's an easy slide by.
My
as
fa-
long as you don't have to fill a cavity.
I feel like they're always talking when your mouth is like, and they're like sucking all the extra saliva, and they're like, your saliva is healthy.
Close your mouth.
They tell you your saliva's
Yeah, I
healthy?
guess
I've
I
never
produce
heard
healthy
that
amounts
before.
of saliva.
Oh no, I've never heard that.
I'm not like German Shepherd, okay?
I do see you drooling quite often.
Actually, I do have a short story about that.
Please
So,
tell.
Yes.
when I was in high school, there was this guy that I had a crush on,
Ooh.
and he actually made me a CD.
I
it-
love when guys
Yeah.
super into
Mixtape!
value.
Well, and he found me, and he was like, "Actually, I made you the CD," and it was like Coldplay, and I was like, "Oh my god, thank you!" And I was so excited, I drooled on myself, and I was like, "I hope you didn't see it,
Get the fuck out of my house.
him or me."
Did you drool on the CD?
I
like,
didn't
what is
drool
the
on him. I
situation?
didn't drool on the CD.
Did you cover it up so you
I
didn't
did.
even
I was
know?
just
You're
like, "Oh my god!"
It was a tear that just escaped my cheek.
It was a tear that went.
I just want to share really quickly that I've also gotten a mixed tape CD, but all it was All American Rejects.
That's still nice.
That's pretty good.
No, it's not. Have you
Why?
listened to All American Rejects?
Hey, there was a time and place for that.
There
was a
was.
time
It
and
was
place.
all emo shit.
I mean, come on. There's lots of.
It was
places that are like-
entertaining, but all it was like, I'm so disappointed and I'm sad without you. And I'm like, are you mad or are you sad? Like,
So
what,
the worst,
what are you feeling?
the worst like mixed CD
Feelings.
I ever received was from a guy. He wrote like all of his feelings out per song and like how I should feel per song. And I hated it. I thought it was really nice, but I was like, I just wanted to hear some music, dude. That's all.
I just want to do music.
I want music. Quit giving me your feelings and
Damn it.
emotions.
So thinking of all those music
Oh,
times,
suck it, suck it.
do you remember Sum 41?
Obviously, I went and saw them. I saw some 41.
Oh my gosh. Anyways,
Anyway,
great question.
thank you for answering my question.
Sorry we didn't answer it
That's
16
okay. We
times.
had a lot of
I'm gonna be a CEO one day, bitches.
This is how I run a meeting. I don't. CEO.
You're like,
table,
someone
leave
bring
the
me a,
room. I'm
someone
just
bring
gonna do
me
that
a latte.
every
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah. I can't get my own lunch. CEO. Okay.
Cool.
Next
All right.
question.
Question 3.
Is question 3. Question 3.
Question
Ah,
three.
suck it,
Question
suck it now.
So my question is, you live in current times,
Oh shit.
but you have a choice of being from the past to live in current times or from the future in current times. Which one would you choose?
Future.
Future.
Done.
Beep bop boop.
Beep bop boop.
You want to be from the future visiting this
But
time.
what? No, but you'd have to live. So it's like you have to come back to current times, but you're from the future or you're from the past.
But I feel like if you're from the past, there are things that you didn't expect
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know how to deal with that could affect you monetarily. Where if you're from the future going backwards, where you're like, oh,
That's a
right.
great point.
Right.
'Cause I feel like-
I learned about this shit in 7th grade.
Yeah.
And this is what we do.
But
I feel
what?
like all students in the future like know how to code, know how to do things like with smartphones that we won't learn for like multiple years out.
Absolutely.
Whereas, and if you came from the past and you're like, what is this device you hold in your hands? You'd be like, is
all
this...
you have is like a rowing crop situation.
Yeah, or is this like
What do
Inspector
you do
Gadget's
with that?
niece's Penny's book who could freaking talk to Inspector Gadget and her dog Brain? Like, that's pretty incredible.
I'd also like knowing that there is a future. I'm
But
just
what
pretty
if?
excited
But what if
about
you
it.
didn't know what you like? If you were from the future and you came to current state, what if you did something that could change the future, but you wouldn't
It's
know?
the butterfly effect?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're still
So
in the
like
same
you
lane.
live in fear of changing the future.
I mean, okay, so again, I'm gonna stick with my current answer because I don't interfere with very big, impactful situations that can full on. Like I would never
You don't know that.
alter the course of a presidential election or some sort of crazy election that would alter the future. From I touched your
Stephanie
feet.
touched my feet like 3 times.
I
this
did.
episode
I
already.
did. I'm very animated with my hands. That would fully impact generations and generations. I'd be like, I'm gonna hold up in my house or whatever situation I'm in right now and be like, I've read about this. What happened then? What could have been fixed?
So,
But I also want to take into account that history was my worst subject. So I'm not the best person to go back in time
Fair.
to alter the course
So,
of the future.
you guys watch Family Guy?
Yes.
Of course.
Do you know that episode where Stewie and Brian go back in time, and Stewie's like, "Don't mess with things," and Brian
There's
ends
just
up
so many of them.
saving
Yes,
9/11.
yes.
So Stewie's like, "Oh fuck this!" They go back again,
Yes.
but this time he's like, "Brian, don't do anything." But this time Brian writes the Harry Potter series.
Yep. And is that the one where it's just like hundreds
Yes.
of Stewie and Brian
Yes.
just together? Yeah.
I
Yep.
think that show is so clever in that kind of realm.
It's
Yeah.
like
I love
Yeah.
it.
best. It's the
Yeah.
best.
But I always think of that when I think of time travel.
Also,
Wait,
Seth MacFarlane is one of my.
I mean,
dream
he's
hot.
the best impressions person
He
I've
is
ever
men.
heard.
One of my like top 5 situation.
Okay, but can I say though, if you came from a time where there was horse and buggy, and
Yeah.
you came to current times where there were cars, wouldn't that be
No.
incredible?
No,
I'd be
I feel
afraid
like
of
it'd
it.
be terrifying.
You
You
would
don't
be
think it'd be
terrified.
incredible?
It'd be terrifying. It'd be easier to go backwards than go forwards.
Because think about, weren't they afraid of like buggies going too fast, or like the first automobiles going too fast and
or
impacting
your ox
humans?
dies in a river.
And then you die of dysentery. Are we on Oregon Trail?
Yes, we are.
The Oregon Trail went through where I lived, and so every year there was like a pilgrimage of people, I guess, going like through it just
no,
try it out.
Which is the millennial version of the wild going up the what is that fucking trail in California?
Oh,
the Pacific Crest Trail.
Yeah.
PCT.
It sounds like a drug. It sounds like a drug.
It is the same drug where you're gonna. You think you're cool,
but they weren't millennials that did it though. It was like,
but it's like hot as hell or it's cold as hell, and you're gonna die. Don't be an idiot.
And welcome to the podcast.
And welcome.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
You're gonna die.
But legitimately, don't do such treacherous things if you're not prepared. Which is why I say go backwards versus go forward.
But they didn't. People that do the Oregon Trail like reenactment thing, they don't like die because they don't do the harsh.
They all
elements.
don't get dysentery or their ox drowns in the river.
I think we should do a reenactment with a reenactment group and then talk about it at some point.
Bite.
So
in modern times,
immediately it's like 2 seconds in, snake bite, Steph is out. I'm like, oh.
Guess I have to go back and live in comfort now.
Oh my bad, y'all. I'm so sorry.
She's like by the sidelines, like drinking the wine while we keep on reenacting like the Civil War.
We were talking today during lunch, and we were like, wouldn't it be kind of fun to have part of our podcast be like, we go experience something and talk about it for the intro? Because I think that'd be really fun for us. Because I think we wouldn't experience like the normal like hot air balloon ride. We'd be like, let's go reenact dinosaur.
No, I feel like we all need to do several different escape rooms together and get out of it and immediately record as soon as it's done to be like, that fucking shit. Are you kidding me with the Morse code and this fucking pterodactyl? Like, there's no way.
I know, I hate the pterodactyl ones.
I'm assuming.
I would love to do some LARPing. I think that whole community
is LARP.
I think that for those who do
not
know
people who are
okay for those
live
who do not
roleplay.
like live action role play. So you like dress up in costumes and go to parks and you like pretend
we go
different
to
roles.
Park every weekend and witness us.
I would love to join one.
Asked me to LARP with him one time, and he told me, meet me here on Saturday, whatever, at this time. And he goes, instead of giving me directions to the name of the park, he gave me like the geograph. What are those?
The coordinates?
The coordinates.
Oh my god, you were the fucking prize. You were the goddamn prize if they won.
Oh my god, he's like
Was that a date?
I don't know, but here's
Did you come in costume?
It was.
He just said, he's like, do you want to come LARP? And I was like, what? And he goes, just come to this location on Saturday. Like, there's gonna be a bunch of us there. And I looked it up, and there were LARPers pictures like on the maps from there.
I'm 100% in. If any of you out there LARP or want to LARP with us,
I would
also
also like
know.
to LARP for Patricia's queenship.
So we'll be her fighters.
Oh my god, yes!
I like that.
Yes, you're
Can
gonna
I have
sit
a wheelbarrow
up
as
top
my prize too?
and do your whole thing, and we're just gonna fight.
Deal. As long as you can fight for the wheelbarrow too.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Stephanie just starts fighting with me. I'm like, dude, we're on the same
No. I'm better than that.
She just runs at me with the jousting thing. I'm like, Stephanie, stop.
Take off your goddamn hood. No,
She's just accosting me with like a styrofoam noodle. I'm like, Stephanie.
There's no hoods. I've seen this in action.
But we'd be like the low budget LARPers though, because they'd have like nice costumes. We come in with like a pool
zero
noodle.
horses.
Question: should we come with like really shitty weapons? I would actually like a flail if we were to.
Flail?
I want a mace.
The mace is the one with the spikes on the end and it's stiff.
Which would be
On
just like
the
a
end
ball
of
of
cannonball
socks.
that is just swinging
No, that's
around
a
my
flail.
head.
Duct taped a rope.
That's a flail.
My mom had that
A
under her
flail?
bed, if
Yeah.
that gives any indication of how I grew up.
Wait, what?
By the way,
A
my
flail.
mother had a mace under her bed.
Would you grow up in like medieval Germany?
You would think. She had a mace under her bed and 2 samurai swords in front of her bed.
Horrifying.
Did she ever like get them down?
No, I check out a samurai sword before she did because I heard ghosts.
You heard ghosts?
You realize I was a child and I went for a samurai sword.
What?
I didn't know the mace was there.
Also,
I should have had both.
I think the whole problem is that ghosts aren't solid.
We have a whole other
I have a
situation.
mace, but it keeps going right through.
There
the
is
ghost.
another episode regarding ghosts, and that will happen.
Yes, Halloween
but
episode
until
coming up.
then, all I had were samurai swords.
I just love
and I just went for the first thing I can grab. I'm not gonna say that word. There were things that were harsher, but I knew where swords and maces were, and that was not oddly illegal. And I could just grab those as they were.
I just
and
envision you
funny.
battling with Casper. Like, Casper, go away! With
And
the
Casper
sword.
just, like,
and it's like, he's
they're
like,
like,
I'm a fucking ghost.
Just
It's
tickle.
going
What you
through
gonna
me.
do, bitch?
Speaking of
I'm
Casper,
literally like,
you guys remember the
downstairs
movie
with
with
the
Devon
same
Sawa as Casper?
Oh, yes.
Gavin
Oh.
Sawa.
And what's her name? That's
Christina
Yes,
Ricci.
yes.
But
Oh,
Devon
hell
Sawa
yeah.
was a hunk back then.
He's all right now.
Is he
I
now? I haven't
Maybe
seen
that's
him.
like a movie we need to rewatch. Along with, I was
Now
talking
and
to
Then?
you. Yes. And Hocus Pocus.
Oh yes,
Hocus
Halloween.
Pocus will forever last.
That movie scared me so much as a kid.
Are you kidding
When she's singing the song and all the children are coming, that's freaky.
I literally watched horror movies. That's a children's movie. I watched horror movies growing
can
up.
do that.
That's why you had to have a mace.
That's why I need to grab that samurai sword when I heard shit, because that was no joke.
Oh my goodness.
See, lesson here is that I should have a mace under my bed. And
should
for
have a
my
mace under my
future
bed.
children, I'll get them baby maces.
They're like rattles on screen.
They're like,
I
Mommy,
would-
look at
I
me.
would like a mace for Hanukkah. All I have right now is a baseball bat and a stun gun with the batteries. They're depleted.
So you want to walk around the neighborhood taking Briggs out at night?
I'm gonna
for a
take
walk
Briggs
with a
out and
mace.
just like wrap it around me like I'm in the Suicide Squad shit. You know, you're just kind of like holding things.
Yeah, I
above
really want
me?
to film that. So let me know when you get started.
I feel like it should be in slow motion with some like 90s rap for sure. Some Biggie in there.
Oh, it's okay.
Excellent, give it to you.
Don't look at me.
Oh my goodness. So what was your question again?
I don't know.
We moved on. It was basically,
Oh,
would
yeah.
you past or future to live in current times?
Future.
But let's like I think it'd be fun to imagine though. So if you did know like the events of the future, would you want to be like the Brian and stop something big like that?
No,
What if even if it didn't recognize you? Like if you were like you didn't in secret.
I'm not gonna try to stop shit. I'm just gonna go back and see what events happened that made it.
What if there was something that happened that was so dumb that would be like just you nodded something like
I'm gonna do
just
what I do
fix
to
this.
this day because we're living it, which is head forward on my palm, shaking my head.
So
Because
okay.
shit, you can't just change.
See, that's my fear. I think I would want to go back and change stuff, but the problem is that you don't know what the
Your
impact will
gene
be.
memory does not serve you well.
This is, well,
Mine knows everything will go bad. Everything.
I don't know. I just
You
there's
just hide. Just always hide.
there's always a part of me that's like justice, but the problem
Yeah.
is that you don't know like the reverberation into this time-space continuum.
But what if it's like you're 90% sure it's gonna be a good positive change?
That's not.
But there are
enough
still
of a
10%
statistical
of people who are impacted.
Exactly.
I'm not
What
saying
it-
that 10% of people are gonna die from it. I'm just saying like
No,
you're
but
90% sure like it's gonna be better for the whole
gonna
world.
have the better experience.
I mean, okay, here's another question. 90% better for the world, 10% worse for you and your friends.
Okay.
But it's kind of like, all right, this is already going to happen.
Yeah.
Do you change what's already going to happen versus do you change something that could?
But here's also
I don't know. I feel
There's
like
something
it's already
very-
going to happen. You just watch and learn.
there's something very hard about coming from the future though, is like if I went back to like the 70s now even, I would be like, I want my cell phone. I want my internet. I want my quick answers to everything.
You don't think
That's
you
what-
live without that?
I like having answers. I like having to be able to Google things.
I mean, if you go backwards, you can't have that shit because that will
Are
alter
you
it.
kidding me? I'm just kidding.
That's
No, I
what
know.
will alter
Yeah.
everything. You can't go backwards with that. So if like
No, I want to go
it's,
backwards
you
with
know,
that.
But the
years in
desire of-
future, and
But the
there is-
desire, I'd have to like have quick answers. Like I feel like our ability to answer things quickly and get whatever we need to know right now is a bigger change than having the phone in our hands. Like I think
I like that and I don't like that because have you seen that How I Met Your Mother episode when they're like
No.
they're asking basically
Yes.
a question of like what was something about bread or something like that. It was like some very Google like question that you could Google.
Googleable.
Yeah, Google. I was gonna say that, but I was like
Googleable.
too many
You need to have a nice slur of wine to help you. Googleable.
lubricate the vocal cords. And they were like, oh yeah, you know, back then, like someone was like, oh, blah 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 question, and they did current day and they looked it up immediately and people were just like on their phones. And then back in the day it was like conversation, hypotheses, creative thinking, ridiculous thinking. And I sort of like
conclusion.
Yeah, but there's a lot of like misinformation out there.
There's more
There's
information now. Fake
But
news
there's
is
also
way
more
more.
now.
But-
Now it's readily available.
But you can also learn to be smart enough to distinguish what is real and what is not.
I don't think so.
Absolutely not.
So here's the thing though, like I grew up with so many fallacies in my head of like facts that my parents had told me that were completely wrong, and now I can figure that out. And I like that.
I don't know.
I'm having a hard time with this.
I think there's been with technology an amplification of an acceleration of fake news.
Yes, thank you. You said the words.
It
Okay,
is
you said the
a
words.
like cesspool of fake news.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyways, I like the ability to have my knowledge for what I think is knowledge.
You can have your knowledge
in
go
front of my hands.
backwards, but you also know what was real. And what
I know, but but all this to say though, like if I came from the future, what would be my missing thing that I would want really bad that we don't have currently?
No.
Probably my 3D boyfriend.
Oh God.
My sex doll.
Oh
That'd be
no.
cool.
Yeah,
I mean that
that'd be
currently
cool.
already
I miss my
exists.
sex
It's
doll.
called Real Dolls in Japan. It's a business.
Oh, it's a
It's
thing.
real
and I'm
weird.
I
really
saw. So
excited
I
for my
was
sex
just
doll.
in Japan last week, and I saw there was like the maid restaurants and maid cafes
Mm.
of these maids. You're like, come up here and get a free dessert. Come and dessert with me.
Oh, I want to eat dessert by myself.
I know.
I mean, my sex doll can come.
I'm like, I don't want somebody
As
else
long
to
as
eat
he
my
doesn't
dessert.
impose on anybody.
My 3D boyfriend's not gonna eat it all.
They're like,
you know,
shut it, boyfriend. And it's meanwhile
God
just like
damn
a
it,
stuffed
Tyler.
It's just like a stuffed bear. And we're like, Stephanie.
No. There's like legitimate entire sex dolls. You can like full on pick all the shit.
Ugh.
So okay, so
Ugh.
there's a Whitney coming. Okay, I'm not fully promoting shit, but like there's a Whitney
Okay.
Cummings special on Netflix, and it's really exceptional about like sex dolls and about how you can make yourself feel kind of better about like things that are intricately chosen
Interesting.
that makes
I
you
don't
feel
know.
less terrible about yourself. I'm just saying that as a woman, watch it.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, that wraps up our episode for episode 7. So thank you guys for listening all the way through. We'll be back with episode 8 next week. Again, this is Patricia.
Ashley.
This guy.
And this guy's Stephanie.
and Robert. Who's Robert?
Who's Robert? God damn, get him out of my house.
Ugh.
Suck it.
But this is an episode of What the Fact. We appreciate you being here, and give us a 5-star review on iTunes. Remember, the first person that gives us one that says Subway, right?
Subway.
Or Suki. I'm going to
Suki,
Suki,
whichever one comes
Suki.
first. We'll send you a $5 gift card to Subway somehow.
It will
and
cover half your sub.
It'll cover
for a 3-inch sandwich.
Oh no,
Stub
that
sub.
is not worth it.
This is the Stub Sub, the new special
The
for
3-inch.
healthier options. It's like the smaller and smaller sub.
I'll have a stub sub with
That's
only a
just
little
salad
meat
version.
Yeah, it's just like one small piece of lettuce and cracker.
and a pepperoni.
Oh, no.
Anyways, thanks
Anyway,
y'all for listening.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with
Be
episode
cool.
8. Give us a 5-star
Will
review.
do.
Have a good summer.
We love you.
Stay cool.
Bye.
Write my yearbook.
Bye bye.